everyone. My name is 16 Bear and welcome. Before I get into the call with Lady, I am actually in call with her right now. I am just deafened. So I wanted to welcome everyone. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. So I just want to let you all know this is gonna be talking about Lady's journey. We're just gonna be having mostly conversation. If I miss any alerts, I'm sorry in advance. I just want to make sure I mostly focus on Lady and make sure that she hello, a pimp named Moto Moto. Welcome. That's cool. Okay. Oops. Sorry for the caps. You're good. Welcome to my channel. Channel? Is that how you? I don't fucking know. So we got our tea. We got the water. So one thing I will ask you guys is to please, no clam jam or Cerebell specials today, at least. Until then. If you don't know what that is, it's basically I have to drink a lot of water with those channel point rewards. Anything else though is perfectly fine. Sound alerts are gonna be okay if you guys want to do them. I'm probably not gonna pay attention to them. If I snicker, I'm sorry. Any alerts though, whether it be follows, bits, or subs, I will probably focus on towards the end of the podcast, and I will send y'all over to Lady if she continues the stream. She is also streaming, by the way. So if you guys want, no, please don't. Hello, Beefy Mode. Hello. So yeah, I will send y'all over to Lady if she does anything after. It really depends. We're gonna get into it. So yes, I hope you all are excited. I am as well. So I'm gonna get into call with Lady, and we're gonna get into it. I'm not sure if she's ready yet. She might be. I could be completely wrong. Let me double check. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, I think she is about ready to go, so we're gonna get into it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the show and getting to know Lady more. So yeah, let's just get into it. If the music is too loud, please let me know. That might be something I might have to fix actually right now. I'm gonna quickly lower this music. It is quite a bit loud. So it's more like ambient. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. Alrighty. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ready? Okay.
I think I'm ready.
Alrighty. Hello, Lady. Not like this is. Okay.
What do people usually call you? Like Christine, Extine, Bear?
They call me Christine Bear, Eckstein Bear. I've gotten a lot.
Eckstein?
Garbage.
It's like, kind of for the theme for the month.
Yeah,
October.
it's more of like a lot of people don't. So whenever people meet me, they don't know how to pronounce my name, so they just say Bear or Eckstein Bear. So I have to say, you can just call me Christine. It's fine. Please
call me Christine.
Just don't call me Bear. God damn it. Because that makes me sound like a furry. Nothing wrong with furries though, but like, you know. So Lady,
are lovable.
Yeah, okay, Florence. Okay, so Lady, as I start with every podcast, I guess we'll just get into introductions and a bit of background. So I want to start with you because not many. I would wonder like if any of my viewers know you. Maybe, who knows? We're completely different worlds on Twitch.
Yeah.
I don't play Apex, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, my background,
Background could be like how you got started and like
yeah.
I guess like even pronouns as well if you want to bring that up because I just want to make sure my viewers behave. Y'all better behave. Be nice.
Yeah, my viewers too. I'm watching you guys out there. You guys are behaving, chat. I'm sure they'll bring some interesting questions.
Oh yeah.
It was funny because we were kind of talking about this the other day, and Nav, he actually kind of refreshed my memory of how it kind of all started. And but how it kind of, I didn't really know exactly how I started. And Nav actually kind of reminded me and was going to tell me a little bit more about it. But I used to play a lot of Call of Duty back in like, well, it started kind of in COD 4, and COD 4 was released in 2007. And I did a lot of competitive, and I eventually went to the YouTube scene when I got kind of inspired by watching some other people's montages. But I kind of, you kind of grow up and you move on. And when Nav and I kind of reconnected after years, I mentioned to him, like, it would be super cool if, like, people could just watch me play, because it's very hard to bring out lots of content, to edit, or even have the money for other people to edit all the time.
And like equipment and such things as that.
Exactly. It's so expensive. And it's really funny because I was talking to him about that, and he was actually like, well, you can do that. Twitch is a thing that you can do that now. And I never ever heard of Twitch before. I didn't know anything about it. And so I was like, cool, I can game and do what I love and not have to worry too much about bringing out content all the time. People can come and enjoy content. So that's how I kind of started out on Twitch, and this was back when affiliate wasn't even a thing.
Where like monetization didn't exist
nothing
really.
Like that. And so Twitch has really evolved since then, definitely. It's gives a lot of people more opportunities, and especially for the smaller streamers such as ourselves. It's amazing. It's crazy to see over the years of how it has evolved. But that's pretty much how I started. I didn't know anything about Twitch. I actually didn't even watch anybody. I didn't know what to do. I pretty much started up and was like, hey, I'm on this platform now.
So
I don't know anybody, don't know, and I just kind of went with the flow with it.
So how long have you known Nav then? Because it seems like you guys have been longtime friends, I'm gonna guess, correct?
We have known each other for quite a few years, and I mean, we don't know each other in person. We've both came from the Call of Duty community. I don't know how many years has it been. Nav, if you're in here, tell me how many years has it been?
So before we get into it further, how should people refer to you as, and like what are your pronouns before we really get into the deep stuff? Like you go by, I'm gonna guess you go by
Lady.
Lady, okay. And
I've went by Lady for many years.
Okay. Okay, and pronouns?
She.
Okay,
she,
awesome.
Her.
Alrighty. So I guess, would you say, like, when it came to like what drew you to streaming, it was more so like you're like Nav just like, hey, you should do this, and you were like, okay, kind of.
Pretty much. What I always wanted to do was really inspire people. Just the way I was inspired. The first time I ever watched Jazz's Call of Duty 4 montage, I was like, wow, I want to do that.
And would you say that you've always, like, even growing up, were you always in the gaming scene? From what it sounds like, it seems like you were always in the gaming realm, right?
Yeah. Well, it started, I think, mostly, like, my parents used to play lots of, like, they would play games. I used to play Zelda with my mom down in the basement when I was little.
I see.
Sometimes I was playing Star Wars on the PC or Doom. And when I went to my grandpa's, we would be playing Mario. So it kind of just, it's always kind of been there in my life.
So would you say, like, is there anyone that inspired you to start streaming, like any content creators that you watched growing up, and like any, or was it really honestly just on a whim? You were like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
It was really just out of the blue.
Really? Oh wow.
I did not watch a single person on Twitch,
Mm.
actually.
Even
was just
YouTube or not
more-
really?
On YouTube, I mean, on YouTube, it's I watched a lot of I really enjoyed Jazz from Call of Duty
Mm-hmm.
and Kyle 8. Those were like some of the biggest montages
I
back
see.
then. I really enjoy Sea Nanners. Sea Nanners is Sea Nanners is one of my favorite content creators. He had disappeared for quite some time. He is actually back on Twitch as well and playing one of my favorite games. So
Mhm.
he was back in the Call of Duty scene a long time ago, and he has a great group of friends that he plays with. It's just pure content, and they do a lot of Gary's Mod.
Oh my God,
It's
I
just
love
that humor.
Yeah.
It's the humor that I really enjoy.
I mean, who doesn't love humor, right? I feel like humor,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like what gets people closer, like humor, music, and food. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
so
Top
it
three.
I love that. I love that. That's like what you feel like kind of inspired you to start streaming. So, lady, how long have you been streaming? Because I'm very new to meeting you. I met you probably like a month ago through Oppa.
Opa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Opa's
So-
community.
Yeah, so how long have you been doing this? Because it seems like you had just came back from a hiatus, correct?
Well, right now I just kind of came back. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've been gone for a little bit. It's been a very, very stressful year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of changes and stuff. I started streaming back in 2016,
Wow.
I believe, and I was just pretty much doing Call of Duty. I did a little bit
Yeah.
of Destiny,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. And I fell ill, and I kind of disappeared for a couple years,
Yeah.
and then I came back. Actually, I guess I kind of disappeared in between when I first started streaming as well, because I opened up a restaurant in
Oh, I love
British Columbia, so in Canada. So it was I didn't have time to
that.
stream
Yeah.
again for a bit,
Mhm.
but I've always seemed to come back. This is my happy place.
Yeah. And when I first met you, you mentioned that you were, with also streaming. You're part of, I don't know how to word this. Is it an Apex Legends esports team? Is that
It
correct?
is.
Okay.
Yes, I just recently joined Cryptic.
Mhm.
I'm a part of the Apex competitive NA team.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work,
Mhm.
constant training, scrims, tournaments. It takes up a lot of my time, but a lot of the time, like every day, but I've been enjoying it, and it keeps me really, really busy, and I'm doing what I love. So,
Mhm.
and competing is a whole nother drive,
Yeah.
and I've missed doing that kind of stuff.
And would you say, like, since joining the team, it inspired you to come back and do Twitch again as well, since you took that long break?
Honestly, like even after when I disappeared for a couple years
Mm-hmm.
to deal with health, some of my viewers from then kind of kept in touch with me, and we would chat. And if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't have came back. It's amazing of what kind of friendships you can really build online.
Yeah.
Whether you even I try to spend as much time with my community as possible,
Mhm.
and not everybody you will be able to spend time with, because they may not be playing that kind of game or something, but they're there for you, and you can still build those relationships in
Yeah.
other ways. So to have the community that I have is really what drives me to always come back. And I don't know what I would do without them.
Yeah.
I honestly am so blessed
Yeah.
to have the community that I do, and how patient they are for my return all the time.
Yeah. I can definitely see there's a lot of love in your community, which, no offense,
Yeah,
it's
too.
no offense to a lot of big streamers, it's very hard to find nowadays, to find that love and like that positivity and like, without the cattiness and like all this crap, right?
Yes.
So like even with your first stream back, that was my first stream of yours I ever watched. And I was like, damn, this is like a dope community I'm so happy to be a part of, first of all.
Yes,
And I'm so
I'm
happy-
so glad to be a
Yeah.
part of it too. Like, It's hard to get people involved sometimes, especially to get them to know one another.
Yeah. And then that brings to like my next question, lady. What makes your stream unique and what sets you apart from the big people on Twitch right now?
This is probably the hardest question to answer, because I don't feel like I do anything really big or anything really special or different. And I always wonder, why do you guys come?
Honestly, that's me too. Don't worry about
Why
it.
do you guys come?
I'm like,
I have no idea.
It's always like, what am I doing? It's kind of like that question, like, what am I doing to make people stay to watch? Like, what is it? Like, it's kind of like that, right? You're like, why? What are you? Hello, but what are you doing here?
I know. It's like it's a great feeling though when you see people come back. And like, I mean, not everybody is going to catch every stream, or you might not see somebody for a good month.
Yeah.
And that happens. But to see people come back, you just know you're doing something right.
Yeah.
I think it's because you're weird, lady. Okay, so they say because I'm weird.
Oh. I mean, hey, you know what? It's better to be weird than, what's part of the norm, Weird is the new cool, okay? I'm gonna say that.
I agree. And I feel like a lot of my community too is just, I know I'm a goofball, and I feel like a lot of my community is a goofball too. Like, even when I am having a rough day and feel like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be super entertaining, somebody else can come into my chat and start something, and it all starts from there, and it goes good from there.
I think
we can all be goofballs together. I think it's just the energy and the randomness in my stream that kind of brings people.
Yeah, I think another thing too, lady, even talking to you, like, here and there off stream, literally the person I met is the person I see on stream. So your personality fully comes through. I think that's what drew me to your streams as well, and drew me to you as a person. Like, your personality is like the person you meet off stream is the person you see on stream. That's what I think sets you apart, because it's difficult to find that, because I feel like a lot of people, especially
wear
big
masks.
Yeah, they wear a mask or they up it too much, and it's like, bruh, you need to tone it down. Like, you need to push that tone it the F down,
Usually you can kind of catch on to those people pretty fast. Depends if you're really good at reading people. But like for me, I feel like I'm the exact same person on stream and off stream. Just on stream I might talk a lot more, but it's always because we're the host. We have to entertain and constantly be going.
Yeah.
Usually by the end of stream, I have such jaw pain from talking so much. But yeah, no, I think I stay pretty much the same person. Even people that I haven't seen for years, when they see me, they're like, "You haven't changed a bit." And I'm like,
you're like, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. You're right.
You're like, if I haven't changed much, are you saying that I've been annoying all the time, or like, it's kind of like, you're like, you don't know how to take that compliment, or like if it's a backhanded compliment.
That's like, and sometimes they're like, I show a lot of different energy, so I can go, we're all human, so we go through a cycle of emotions. I've cried on stream, I rage on stream, we laugh, we do weird stuff on stream all the time, and everybody kind of sees that. Yeah. I think that's one thing that people don't understand a lot too as a streamer. Like, your emotions will be seen. And like, for people that wear a mask as a streamer, they present themselves on stream a certain way, but off stream they're completely different. Where was I going with that?
It's more of like, I feel like a lot of bigger streamers, they're scared to show what we know as vulnerability. Vulnerability is it's so fragile, And if you show it,
day-to-day life.
yeah, you don't know how people are gonna take that, because some people take vulnerability very differently. I know for me at least, I can be vulnerable off stream and on stream. It's just I have to know where my limits lie when it comes to talking to people I don't know that well and being on the internet, you know.
Right. Yeah, no, that is a scary thing about being a streamer as well. I know that I'm a very open person. So, and I'm very generous, and I love to help people out, but you will run into people that are only there for themselves. And it's sad. Yeah, friendships will come and go. People will come and go.
Yeah. Hello, and Ghosty. Hello. We're both doing well. So.
Yes, we are. And welcome in, Weave. How are you?
Okay. That moves on to my next question. When you started streaming, what was that like point in your journey on Twitch that you noticed the change and growth in your channel? Like, when were you like, oh my god, what the hell, what just happened, you know? Like, that moment.
I don't even know if I've hit that moment yet.
Really?
I don't feel like I've hit that moment. It's just because I've been around for quite some time. I feel like it's just, you know, slowly getting put together, but I can't say I've done really anything where it's like, wow, that really made a huge hit. I don't know.
It's more of like, because you're like, you're not, did you notice like a fast growth in your channel, or was it kind of like built over time?
I would say it was built over time. I think it all takes time, especially with just my lifestyle. I can't be very consistent at times. It's very hard. So especially when you do bring in some new people, they might show up, but when you take a break, you may not see those people again. They may have found another community that they feel more comfortable in. And that's hard.
Yeah.
That comes with people coming and going. I don't think I've really done anything huge to say, wow, that really was big. I think a lot of people that come around is usually from networking. Whether they're a streamer or from a team. I have people that I've known for many, many years, or that when I first started streaming, and they still come around. So it's really, for me, I think it's just growth that takes time. And I can't say I do anything special.
Do you remember,
honestly,
like, your first viewer from, like, your very first stream? Or would you say,
my very first viewer?
Yeah.
That was so long ago. I can't say I know exactly who my first viewer was, or if they come around, but I do have some from back then.
Oh, wow. So you have a very close-knit community. I love that.
Very, very lucky. When I disappeared for 2 years there because of illness, like, I was convinced, you know, like, I told them, one of my viewers, he said, oh, you should come back, and I was like, yeah, but I don't think, you know, I don't even know if it's worth it. Like, my internet's really bad, and there's probably nobody and whatnot. Well, the day I started up, like 8 people jumped in right off the bat, and I started crying. It was 2 years.
Oh my god.
So it was amazing. And after that, I was like, yeah, I'm staying.
I love that. So
it was unbelievable.
So would you say, like, what are some things you've learned through streaming then, and what are some fears you have with streaming and social media content creation? Because I feel like this is for many people, it's a whole different avenue of quote-unquote business, right? So what are, like, some fears you have, but what is something that you've learned through this process? Because, you know, it's a beautiful and ugly process all at the same time.
It is. My fears. I I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a content creator, you're always have to watch what you say. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I can be I really sometimes say things without thinking before I say them, and I always am scared that maybe might say something wrong or be taken wrong, because I feel like I get misunderstood a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not very good with words.
And that's a valid fear to
Yeah.
have, because with the whole, the internet has changed so much with cancel culture being this looming little shadow over every content creator's little shoulder, right? It's always that fear of like, you can have it all one day and it could be gone the next,
Yeah.
So do you feel like that kind of plays a factor in how you approach streaming as well?
As much as I want to build family and friends and everything, there is a limit that you have to take of, you still have to be safe. Keep yourself safe as a streamer. But just, I guess would be more scared if somebody exposed me for doing something and I don't get to explain my part.
Yeah.
Not that I would, I don't want that to ever happen, and I don't think about it often, but I think that would be the most scariest thing. Because, yeah, I mean, a lot of the bigger names out there, people mess up, or we all make mistakes, and it can be twisted and turned so many different ways. And there's always more than one story when it comes to a situation.
Yeah.
There's always another story, but some people are very naive. And, believe everything that is told or that they read. And I think that's one thing. I know a lot of people, friendships end because somebody says something about another and then they just believe that.
Yeah.
And I hope that never happens. I hope that my community ever hears something about me or something happens. I want them to come to me first and ask me.
Yeah. To get the full story and
understand my side.
Yeah, and also hear it from you as well, because if it's involving you, they should hear it from you first.
Yes.
And that's a valid thing. That's completely
I think so.
Makes sense. It makes sense.
Everybody wants to be understood in the world, and not everybody's gonna ever understand you. But at least being able to try.
Yeah.
To explain. And sometimes, I think that's also hard when people don't understand. You can't get them to understand either. But you have to stay true to yourself and know who you are.
Yeah.
Especially in this kind of community,
it can get very vicious.
It can get very vicious. Very.
And would you say, because of that sentiment, is the one thing that you learned is trying to not only be careful with what you say, but also be aware of what is going on within your community as well?
Yeah, I try to keep an eye. I mean, sometimes even when you're streaming, it's hard to catch things that's going on in chat. But I always try to keep as much things positive and supportive of one another. I've made many changes to my stream as well. There's times where, as a streamer, we want to connect to our community, our viewers, and not everybody can subscribe and stuff like that. But there's some people out there that will come and try and ruin it for you, or attack other people in your community, and that's just not cool.
Yeah.
So I really try to watch of who I kind of let in and how close I let them in.
Yeah, and has there ever been a incident on stream that involved someone being kind of nasty or like being like musty, you know, on in your chat at all, where like, you know, it kind of led you to be like you weren't sure what to do, or like you were like, shoot, what do I do here, you know?
Yes. I remember one time there was something, I just can't even remember what it was though.
Mm-hmm.
But it really bothered me,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I ended as well.
Oh wow.
But I can't remember what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But there was another time too where I brought in a friend that I played with, but he doesn't really come to my streams or anything like that, but like I used to play with him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of disrespectful to another streamer and a group that I was with, and I didn't catch it
Mm-hmm.
because I'm so busy with my chat and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And I felt terrible, and I didn't know what I apologized, and I was like, that's not gonna happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt terrible because that's coming from that's the person I brought in.
Yeah.
So, and I can't control other people's words or actions and stuff, but I do. I did privately message and apologize, and
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, I will give people a chance, but some people I will refuse to allow them to come play
Yeah.
anymore because I will not tolerate that. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes everybody uncomfortable.
It puts
And just ruins the vibes.
It also puts a bad impression kind of also on yourself as well, because you know that's someone you're friends with. You bring them in, you're kind of trying to like, you know, have them be a part of it, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like that secondhand embarrassment moment where like you're like you're with a girlfriend, she goes to the bathroom, she walks out with like toilet paper on her foot or anything, you're like, bruh, come on, get it together, knock it off.
Oh my god, that reminds me of my mother doing that.
And
Sorry, Mom, if you're watching this.
you're like, I love you.
I love you.
Which are your parents supportive of this? Because I feel like I maybe watched a clip of like one of your older streams of like your dad coming in with like a birthday cake.
Yeah, that was last year actually.
Yeah.
Yes. It was great. They're definitely more supportive of it now
Mm-hmm.
than when I was doing a lot of gaming when I was younger, when I was in school and stuff.
Yeah.
But they see how much I really enjoy this, so they're definitely a lot more supportive now
Yeah.
than ever. And they always kind of ask me, how did your stream go? Did you stream? What did you stream?
How was that?
That's
How'd it go?
How did it go?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a few times where they have watched me as well and whatnot. So that's one thing I think that makes me nervous as well. What do I say on stream? Because my mouth is pretty filthy sometimes when my parents come in.
You're like, if your mom watches you and you're talking about something that's like really inappropriate, you're like, oh no.
Let's have a sex talk. My mom's gonna know all about my sex life.
Your mom's like, huh, so she is getting dick. Great. I'm glad. Honestly, I feel blessed enough that my uncles don't watch my stream, or like my grandparents don't watch it. My grandparents don't know much about Twitch, so like I could say whatever the F I want and like not be repercussed, you know. So
yeah, it always makes me worry of who's tuning in sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like the biggest concern is if there's a child in the chat, you're like, God damn it.
Okay, I don't know if you heard this story, but Weeb here in my chat, he is one of my longest viewers. He was 12 years old when he found my stream. This back in 2016.
God damn!
And yeah, he was very young, and I owned a house at that time, and I was playing Destiny 2, and I was smoking the bong.
Oh no. Oh no.
And he didn't know what that was, and I died taking a bong hoot, and was like, "You're not allowed in here." But he's 18 now, and it's a joke we always have. It's a story to tell, but
Would you say that's your most proudest moment?
Yeah, great moment. It's a great moment. There's a few of them that'll just never be let down.
Which is why I think people are so drawn to your streams, because you just go with the flow. You're like, if it happens, it happens, man. It's fine.
We just make something out of it, you know?
And it's like, I feel like this is something I can tell you, right? If you can't laugh at yourself, right? How are you gonna laugh at anybody else? You know?
Exactly.
You know, it's like life is so short. Why take it so serious? You know, it's cathartic to, you know, laugh at yourself.
I don't know what it is, but like some people, like I laugh quite a bit, and some people will be like, why do you always laugh and stuff? And I swear it's because everything that goes and that I hear all comes out as a cartoon.
Yeah, and I love that.
Everything just comes out as a cartoon for me. So
speaking of cartoons, one of my viewers, Florence, asked, what's the animal boy I'm drawing for this comfy convo? So Florence is someone who does a lot of like art for me for no reason, and I don't ask of him, and I love that. And he's wondering what animal you would like to be portrayed as for him to draw.
Oh boy. Well, okay. Well, my real name's Melissa.
Oh, okay.
And I have this nickname called Melman.
Oh.
Definitely a monkey.
A monkey?
Okay, well,
alrighty.
Chat says monkey. I was gonna say a giraffe because Melman from Madagascar, Melissa, but
oh my god.
monkey definitely does sound right for me.
Alrighty, well, Florence, there you go. You have your answer. A monkey.
You can choose one or the other, whatever one. A monkey.
And then Florence says, I also want a second animal for the small boy. So, what's a small, like another animal you would like?
Lady the mailman. Wait, what? Half monkey, half giraffe?
Half monkey?
Oh my god!
Oh my god, that is an image in my head now.
I know! Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, your chat.
I don't know what... I'm having so many images come to my head right now.
Your chat, I will say, it's almost like, not that I've taken ecstasy or LSD, it's almost like an acid trip. Sometimes, not gonna lie.
We're all just high in here.
Because your chat sometimes says the most, like, not bad, in a bad way, the most out-of-pocket shit I've ever seen. I'm like, bruh, how do you come up with this stuff? Because I'm like, huh. And I thought my chat was chaotic. Okay.
I know. I'm thankful for them. I really am. Because we all need a good laugh. And
yeah.
Even when I'm having a bad day, I know I'm gonna laugh. I know I'm gonna laugh.
So now, lady, the one question I feel like kind of drew you into doing this podcast was, do you feel that you had to prove yourself because you are a female streamer in a male-dominated industry? And, like, what would you say if there's anything you could say to anyone who is a female out there who wants to start streaming, what would you tell them?
As a female. If you are a female, the way you present yourself is going to be who you bring into your community. So be sure you know how you want to present yourself and what kind of community you want. My community, we're all jokes. We, I crack dirty jokes, I'm not gonna lie, and whatnot. But when it comes to, I do not want anything sexualized towards me. There's other streamers that, may take that, but I don't want any of that. I do not want that kind of community. I want us to have fun. And I don't know, as a female, it doesn't even matter how you present yourself, you are gonna have those weird people kind of come in, and how you handle it is gonna tell a lot, too. So if you let one person treat you one way, then you're letting other people treat you that way.
Yeah.
So
And I love that you
yeah.
set that boundary, because I looked through like your a little about section and you immediately was like, do not be a creep. And I love that you set that boundary, because I feel like a lot of female streamers, they feel like the only way to make it in an industry that's so male dominated, like playing video games, is to not have that boundary. And I love that you are preaching that, because it's also like, as a I identify as non-binary, but I am female. I very much look female, right? And there are times where I'm like, I don't know how people are gonna, take this, this, and
Right.
it's in, for me at least, watching you like interact with your chat, but also be comfortable fully within yourself, but also be like, hey, you can't say that shit. Do not say that shit in my chat. It's inspiring, and I love that.
Yeah. And I try to do the best I can with that. And I mean, I've had, because I mean, it can be even in Discord too, like I've had times where somebody might post something, and and when you don't really know, when one person sees somebody post something else or say something else and they don't know that person, they can take it wrongly. It's just like back when I said, I brought in that friend, and they kind of, went off on somebody, and I didn't really know what happened and stuff. His personality can be taken really wrong, but that's just how he is. I know him as that person.
Yeah.
But you have to watch that. I had somebody say, oh, I don't really like what they posted, kind of thing. And I was like, but I know that person's humor. I was like, that's not exactly what they meant, but I understand from your point of view, and I can take that down. And I understand. It's my humor is very wide, so I kind of understand everything. I don't take really anything very personally, but you have to be aware of other people's
tendencies,
how they feel.
Yeah.
I have a lot of different people in my community, whether they're gay or trans, or a lot of people have struggle with ADHD or anxiety or anything like that, and I want to make sure all of those people feel comfortable.
Yeah, you've created
no matter
a safe
what they
space.
look like.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's difficult, but I hope that if I ever say something and someone in my community is like, I don't understand why you said that, like, I don't like that, I hope they would come to me and be like, I think you shouldn't have said that, or I didn't really like that you said that, so that I don't want to lose somebody because of something like that.
Yeah, it's all about context, but it's also having an adult, mature conversation about maybe why you said something was wrong, or like maybe why it made them uncomfortable, rather than, I've noticed this a lot, putting it in the chat for everyone to see, because you shouldn't do that. It's not proper online etiquette,
Yeah, like, if there is a problem, you do not need to share it with everyone. It should definitely be between those people. But do a lot of those ever come up? Actually, mostly a lot of people won't really confront you about something. I think a lot of the time they'll just walk away.
Yeah, and I think that's honestly a little bit more respectful. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch it, bro. The fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Why the hell are you if you, like, one thing I don't understand with, like, people not liking someone, it's probably like this whole idea of hate watching to get your anger out, right? If you don't like someone, why are you, if you truly don't like someone, number one, their bank account is still the same whether if you watch them. They're still getting engagement. They're still getting your view. So honestly, if anything, you're doing them a service.
Yeah, well, also I don't think you're helping yourself either.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really want to sit there and watch that person and like just sit there and be like, I can't stand them.
Yes.
I'm waiting for them to fuck up.
Yes.
You know, like, chill, bro. Go outside. Like, you really need to figure out a hobby or something. But there are people like that that just don't have anything better to do. It's like that neighbor that always takes care of their lawn, and if somebody walks on their lawn, they're gonna.
Yeah, and it's just a lot. It's like, go away, you know?
Yeah, this demonic lady is awesome. You didn't see that face.
And so this is another question relating to what I asked was, Beefy Mode asked, I got a question for Lady. Do you face sexism in the pro Apex scene, whether it be sexism or misogyny of any type?
That's a good question. I mean, for me, I did competitive.
I'm like, spill it, sis.
Oh, no.
Tell me who I gotta put in the crematory. Come on now.
I've dealt with this a lot because as a competitive player, back in Call of Duty, like I wasn't really, there wasn't really many females around until Modern Warfare 2, and they were trying to split the genders between male and females competing, and I never really liked that because I always played with the guys, and I don't like that. Like, I really think that what I really like is I don't know, for those that know Juka, like His and Hers Live, they are a couple streamer, a duo streamer. They're married, and they host a lot of tournaments and stuff. And how they make their tournaments is each team requires one female, and I wish that would actually become a thing, to not have this kind of separation. I don't think it's needed. Yeah. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, if you rather compete, if you're a female and want to just compete with the females, then yes, there is that option. But
Beefy.
I've always
continue.
I've always tried to try and prove people wrong. I love proving people wrong.
I mean, who doesn't? It's like I told you so. Who doesn't love saying that? Who doesn't love saying that?
And it's not to rub it in their face, but it's like, see, you know, like, I can do that.
Beefy also asked, do you hate the gender split in other games like Valorant and CSGO?
The gender split? As in, like, characters, or as a being a player, exactly?
I think Beefy is referring to players, probably, because I've definitely noticed this. It's almost like how do I word this? It's kind of like the whole like boys versus girls thing. I don't know if Beefy is referring. Yeah, like there are male teams and female teams. That's
yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't think they need to be split apart. I really don't. I mean, some may prefer that, but I think that for how many years I've been in the gaming community, it's slowly changing. Yeah. It is very, very slowly changing, but it's people like His and Hers and stuff that are making a difference, and that is amazing. Yeah. It is amazing to see people try and change these silly requirements, I guess, almost in a way.
It's kind of like,
I don't know.
Instead of why have just a full male team and have a full female team? Why not bring them both together and have a co-ed team? Why are we still having this split? Because if anything, this is just separating us more, and in a way, it's creating more sexism and misogyny in the gaming industry because it's such a male-dominated industry. And I think you representing all the girls out there that you're on a competitive team for Apex, right? And you are representing all the girls out there who probably want to play Apex but don't know how to approach it because they're like, I don't want to get hate crime.
Yeah, actually, like I don't feel like the Apex community is as toxic as other communities or other games. I feel like the audio, like the voice audio in Apex, is so bad that nobody really talks to
Fair.
anybody. It's so bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. You do run into some people that will hate, but I don't get it all that often. Usually I can get on Valorant and someone's already talking crap, or you know,
Yeah.
or even just being a female and getting on and then noticing, oh, you're a female, and then they just troll you.
Yeah, kind of like, oh, you're a girl, why are you here? Like, this is a boys' club type deal. And you're
Yeah.
like, bruh.
What am I? Golf? Is this golf?
Yeah. And it's also like, it's the idea of like video games are for everyone. Why? Just because it's a male dominant industry, why can't females play it too? And why can't females be competitive in that sense?
I know a lot of people that are like, they're insane players and they can, you know, there's no reason that a female cannot be as good as a male. Like, I mean, it took me a while to prove myself to others. I hated being in the category where, oh, you're a female, you have to play on a female team. I'm like, no, I'm not. I won't. Like, I refuse.
Yeah.
And
you definitely have that big dick
like
energy.
I do. Big dick. Girthy as shit.
Oh. Oh my God,
literally just pulled up on top. But I don't know. I've always gonna stand by that, and I will always probably refuse to be on a female team because I do not like the splitting. And I've always stood for that for many years, and I will always. I've trained way too damn hard in games that I'm passionate about to compete, and not to compete the way I want to compete and how I want to see the future of gaming and esports.
Yeah.
I want to see that evolve. It probably won't be in my time. I'm definitely going to be getting. Well, I'm already old for esports, but it would be nice to see maybe when I'm like 40 that females actually have a chance to compete more, or you see them more around.
Yeah. And it's also like, what, like, there's no reason to split. Like, it's complete, it's first of all, it's a game. And it's also like, when you get comments like that, you're like, I've proven myself enough. What else do you want me to do? Fucking be a monkey? Like,
yeah.
It's, you've done the thing, but people still want to see you prove yourself because of you being a girl. That's really it. It's also like, how does this help you? You know, as like a person who comments that stuff, like, what does this do for you? Joy? Because if you get joy in being misogynistic, okay, go be in Congress then.
Yeah, and I don't know, like, I think a lot of people also just don't want to be, I guess, because as a female, like, I think we always like to prove ourselves and push ourselves and stuff. Males, they like to, you know, they want to know, they like to have, sorry, what is it?
Pride, ego.
Pride, ego kind of thing. That's what a male is, you know. And to have a female come around, they might feel like, you know, it's not enough. It's just like in a relationship. Males always like to be the dominant, right? And whatnot. They need to be. Males like to be worshipped.
Yeah. And have you ever gotten comments that are very sexist or misogynistic in your Twitch chat at all, or not really? Or you're kind of like, it's more like your chat is just real chill?
I think we're all really chill. I think. I mean, we're all goofballs, but we're all like really chill. We have our times where we have we have our serious talks. and it gets pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've played some story games like Life is Strange, and how many times somebody's like, okay, who's cutting onions, and we're all crying in chat because it was such a damn good story.
Yeah, and
it's touching.
And that's why, like, honestly, lady, meeting you, I'm like, man, she makes me want to play games that are like male dominated just to prove people wrong. But I'm also like, my brain don't do that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's something in me. I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it so much.
And I truly love that. Like, you are doing things. I don't think you know this. I don't think you're doing things that you probably don't even know, but you are truly inspiring a very young generation to be more comfortable within themselves and be able to be like, say, hey, I like to do this. I like to play video games, and not feel like it's gonna be an uncomfortable conversation with like another dude, you know?
Yeah. And I love helping people out to get better at answer questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm very, I know my like FPS games. I go to another game and everybody in chat's like, you didn't do this. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I'm done when it comes to any other game. Mm-hmm. But it's always a good laugh. But FPS is definitely my strong suit, and it's what I'm passionate about and what I like to stick to.
Yes, and Florence just sent me the art, by the way. Let me send it over to you.
Oh, yes, let's do it.
You can show it even on stream as well.
That was what I was thinking.
There you go. It's so cute. It's freaking adorable.
This is adorable!
Giraffe monkey.
Giraffe monkey! Oh my gosh. 1 second, chat, I'll show you. Giraffe monkey! Oh my god, it's so cute!
Florence does this within like, what, 20 minutes? I'm like, bruh, how? How?
Seriously, I think I can almost see my face in that face.
Oh my god, I love that.
Like super cozy. Yes. I love it.
It's like
amazing.
This even looks like an outfit you'd wear too, because you're from Canada, correct?
Yes. So I'm staying nice and cozy. I got my cup. Like, I see all of me in there.
It could be coffee, it could be tea, it could be alcohol. You never know.
You never know. A little Bailey's in there or something.
So, lady, this now brings us to my next question. How do you balance personal life and streaming? Because I feel like a small streamer, this is either something people have mastered or is the bane of everyone's existence.
I don't know. I still can't master the balance. I know before, mm-hmm. when I was very healthy, I usually would do stuff during the day, mm-hmm. get my stuff done, go to work, come home, stream. Sometimes I would be working 2 jobs, so I'd be doing a short stream in between jobs. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, since it's all different, balancing is the hardest thing for me.
Oh no.
I would say my sleep schedule is usually always out of whack.
Fair. Me too.
Out of whack. I try to do a schedule. It's very hard for me to have a schedule because I never know how I'm going to feel though. From one day to the next, to 1 hour to the next hour.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. So balancing is tough.
Yeah.
I'm lucky because sometimes my community be like, hey lady, did you eat today? Did you drink water today? You know, I'm like, oh yeah, I better eat and I better drink, or I better do this, I better do that. So they take care of me. They take care of me more than anything.
It's almost like, did you do the basic necessities a human needs today? Did you shower? Did you brush your teeth?
Exactly.
And I know that you've shared a bit of this. You do struggle with, I don't know how to pronounce it, myalgic something.
Myalgic encephalitis and fibromyalgia.
Do you feel like those things affect you, like even with streaming sometimes, with playing FPS games and stuff?
It does on a daily. It is a daily struggle to deal with two chronic illnesses. So that's why it's very hard for me to have a balance, I guess, of life in my life with streaming and stuff. And yeah, it does interfere. I've had times where I've had to end stream because I don't feel well.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's very normal,
Yeah, it is.
And you shouldn't ever have to feel like you should ever force yourself to continue streaming. Even let's say you just started streaming, you haven't hit the hour mark yet. Don't force yourself to do something if you're feeling like you're gonna faint on camera.
Yeah, exactly. I tell people that too. Like, if you don't feel well, don't force yourself. If you need a mental health day, I think everybody needs a self-care day every week. It's I need to also work on that sometimes, but finding a balance is very important. I just haven't found my balance. There's been, even once I start settling in, I'm like, yeah, I'm starting to get a balance, something comes up, and that's just how life is. And especially with me joining this new team, and it takes up a lot of my time, I'm still trying to find the balance of, okay, what days am I going to stream? When am I going to stream? How long? How many days a week? Do I want to do tournaments or scrims, or is that going to kind of kill my stream a bit? Like, I'm always asking myself questions and trying to figure it out.
Yeah. And that's something that you're going to learn as you go through the process. This is, even in life, you're still going to be learning no matter how old you are. Something as simple as something we love to call time management.
That's really hard with somebody with ADHD.
Exactly. And it's also like, it happens. You live your life the way you want to live it. And if you're happy, that's all that matters. The moment it stops becoming fun and you're not happy, that's when you should be like, okay, I'm gonna step back a bit. What can I do to make myself feel good again and make myself love doing what I do again?
Exactly.
And I feel like anyone who ever starts streaming, I feel like this is a promise they should always make for themselves. If it's fun, keep doing it. Once it stops being fun, take a break, step back, see what you can do to make it fun for yourself again. Because again, it's not that serious. It is what it is. It's streaming. It's a very niche thing. It's hard, but also like, find what you love and what you're passionate about, and then see if you want to continue doing streaming. Because streaming, it's not that serious. If you want to make it your full-time job, great. But if you're putting all this effort in only to be disappointed in the end, then that's not fun. You should be proud every single time you come on stream, and then after you end stream.
Exactly. It's you have to be in it for the right reason too, and make goals that are reachable. And try new things. I mean, I've tried some things, and sometimes it's not quite how I want it to work, but you learn from it. And getting feedback and trying to get your community's ideas on things is always really important. Even though mine are stubborn sometimes and don't tell me anything. But I love you guys anyways. You guys just...
It's not it's like the aggressive affection, and I love that.
I know. I bug them. I bug them all the time. It's like my family. I always do it. But no, I know that for them, I know that they're like, we don't care. We're here for you. But I'm like, well, what can I do for you guys?
You're like, give me ideas so you can get the goddamn content, bruh.
I know. I'm like, what do I do? I mean, I know like people suggest me different games to play and stuff, but when when you're kind of living in my life, it's very hard to purchase many different games. So, and I'm a person that really gets stuck to one game. Like I usually have a side game, but my main game will usually be a first-person shooter, and I'm always constantly practicing.
Yeah,
so
and it's also like it's what you're most well known, like to like what your like what your brain immediately knows what to do because of muscle memory, right? Like your brain is immediately okay. If I'm gonna play a game, it's gonna I know your brain immediately is like okay. Your brain knows it's gonna be this intense. It's gonna be high energy, blah 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 all the time. So when you go to something that's really calm, like you know, in my realm, a puzzle game. Your brain's like, can't compute, must, exe broken, gotta go, reset, you know? So it's completely fair with, you know, you're wondering, like, what should I do? What can I do different? Like, what should I play? But it's also like, you have the games that you know that you've already mastered. So immediately your brain's like, okay, I'm gonna go play this. But when you try to branch out to something new, you're like, oh, it's not really my thing, you know? And that's okay. And it's also like, no matter what, regardless of what game you play, your chat loves you, okay? They're gonna love you for you. They don't care. Like, I'm pretty sure half of these, not in a negative way, ladies chat, not in a negative way, I'm pretty sure none of these mofos are really here for the game, okay?
Yeah, no, I know they aren't.
Come on now.
I know all of you ain't here to watch me play.
Come on now. Come on.
They're here to watch me get all worked up about something, I'm sure, or laugh.
Just to ruffle your feathers.
They're waiting for their ears to bleed, and then they can sleep at night, you know, or something. The rage, or, I mean, it depends. Like a lot of people, I think, found me when I do like my Lego streams or something different. I can say a lot of people aren't really here for Apex, but they come anyways, and some of them are eventually were like, you know what, I'll try Apex. I'll try Apex. And I'm like, oh, my gameplay's rubbing off on them.
You brought them to the dark side. You brought them to the dark side.
And then, you know, and then I try to play with them, you know, and Apex is a complicated game, so.
Yeah, and like, here's the thing.
Some people feel intimidated playing with me, and I'm like, don't worry about it. You don't have to be as good as me. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Here's the thing. I'll probably never touch the game. Deuces keeps telling me to fucking play it, and I'm like, Deuces, I'm going to murder you if you mention Apex again. Like, I love you. I do. You're an amazing friend. But you mentioned that godforsaken game again. I am going to murder you. Because my brain, I'm like, okay, I know puzzle games, Minecraft, and Stardew Valley. You know, very slow pace.
Yes.
Not a lot of, like, screaming, yelling, shooty stuff. So
easy interacting games too, like that.
Yeah. So when I jump into a, you know, let's say an FPS game, my brain immediately like, okay, run, hide, don't know what to do. Oh fuck, shit. Okay, fuck.
It's like every time I play Phasmo, I'm getting chased, I'm screaming and I'm yelling, and they're like, you know, the ghost can hear you, and I'm like, ah!
You're like, chat, why are you taunting me? Why? But I mean, it is what they say. Someone's pain is another person's pleasure.
Yes, yeah, true. I mean, I know my chat, like, I love that you guys are chatting away because I'm laughing at your guys' comments and what you have to say, but I know some of playing horror games has been some of the best entertainment for them, because I get easily scared and I throw things around and almost. And, but yeah, it was a Lego stream that I found you. Yes, Moto, I know a lot of people found me that way, that's for sure. Very interactive.
Sorry, I had a bit of technical difficulties. My earbud fell out.
No, not the earbud!
Yeah, so, yeah, that's why I'm like, anytime I see people play Apex, not only do I get motion sickness, that's a whole different caveat.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm also like, how do you remember the controls? I'm like, I barely.
That
Okay.
takes time.
Whenever I play Minecraft, I sometimes forget my controls. I'm like, what the fuck were they again?
Oh, tell me about it. The last time I played Minecraft, who knew that you could hold two things and one in each hand now? And I was like, what?
You're like,
How
what?
do I put it in
When
the other
was
hand?
this? You're like,
can't
when
use
was this?
And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, all the mechanics are kind of different. And at Apex, it took me a little while because I actually played Apex, started out on Xbox on controller, and then built my PC and started learning mouse and keyboard. So it does take time. But eventually your brain kind of snaps to it.
Yeah. And you know what's the most hilarious thing? Majority of like my streams I watch are people who play like Apex, which is so weird.
That's
because
weird.
I don't play Apex. I just watch it for the people. That's really weird. Because if I focus on them playing the game, I immediately have the urge to go to the bathroom and throw up.
Oh no, you get that bad. My sister's like that too. Gets very, very motion sickness. So.
Yeah, and it's also like, that's why I think regardless of whatever game you play, lady, people are gonna be here for you, you know, being a goofball, raging, crying, screaming, laughing, making dirty jokes, whatever. They don't care about the game. Those mofos are there for you, okay? And that's a good thing. That's a good thing to be proud of too, Jesus.
I am. Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people are like, you know, try to find their game and their growth and stuff. And I've played a variety of games too, but if I don't play that game, they might not come back, you know? Or some viewers will only watch a certain thing.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's also like, okay, you're here for a person to play a game. Just play the game then? I'm like, there's I'm like, okay, whenever someone complains to me about that, I'm like, okay, wait, pause. How about this? There's this thing that you can do called playing the game.
Playing the game.
Exactly.
Beefy says, I'm here to be part of the montage, Kappa.
Yeah, Beefy did say he was like, I'm just here to play. I'm just here to be part of the montage. I'm like, bruh. Beefy's like, it doesn't work like that, Christine. What if we just suck at the game? I'm like, then, well, why the fuck you watching that then?
To get better!
This is why I can never get into the mindset of someone who plays FPS games. I'm like, okay.
The emotions that come with an FPS game, though, it depends on how like competitive you get.
Oh,
but it can be mentally draining.
Not at all. I'm like, if you're like in competitive sense in the animal kingdom, like an orca, right? Yeah. I am a blobfish.
A blobfish?
Yes, a blobfish. A fish that doesn't do a lot. Just sits there. And eats like underwater krill.
I mean, that sounds like a decent life.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I just sit around and eat. I mean, I couldn't complain. I would love to do that.
Yeah, so that's why, like, whenever I see people play FPSs, I'm like, y'all are like orcas or something. Shit, man. Killer whales. Y'all need to, like, chill. Jesus Christ. And then, okay, we move on from that, lady. The last question I want to ask you before we get into, like, audience Q&A type deal, questions from both sides. Do you see yourself streaming full time, and what are the steps you would want to take to reach that dream or goal?
Oof. I mean, I guess technically, kind of with how my lifestyle is, I could stream full time, but it's that's a lot. That's a lot. Like, I mean, I would love to do that. Like, it would be a dream to be able to actually live comfortably and live stream. Do I see myself doing it? I can, but I just don't know how soon.
Yeah.
And I don't know really exactly how I would get there. I just kind of I just want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, like, I try to set up some things and do little things here and there, but it's a lot of work. And I always want, there's so much stuff that I want to do, but it's so hard to do it. I really just, I try not to stress out too much. I'm going to go at my own pace, see how it goes. I don't really have any steps right now.
You're kind of just going with the flow, seeing where it goes, right?
I just, I think as long as you focus on doing something that you love, you can do anything. Like, I don't really think you need to hold a bunch of events or anything to really grow.
Yeah. It's all
as long
relative.
as you show your passion.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing what you love and other people see you doing what you love, I think that's what brings other people, makes them happy too. Because usually you share the same passion in some way. Kai Miz, welcome. How are you? Thank you so much.
Cindy, my love. That's my love, my bestie.
That's your bestie?
Yeah.
Welcome, bestie. Oh, the emote, the little corgi emote. I love it. Who made your emotes?
Oh, I bought them on Etsy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I don't have... Well, number one, I was like... It was like when I first hit Affiliate, I was like, okay, what emotes am I going to have? And like, I didn't want to bother anyone with commissioning anything because I was like, I would rather just buy like ones. Also, like, I'm technically a faceless streamer because I don't... This doesn't need to be seen on the world right now. So I don't really have any reason to commission emotes. So I just bought them on Etsy. So yeah.
No, but I've seen a lot of artists on Etsy too, and there's a lot of great ones.
Yeah. So I was like, really I'm just gonna take the easy route and buy emotes for now until I get more comfortable and in the groove of streaming. Maybe in the future I'll show my face. It really depends on my mood, honestly.
Yeah, it is a mood thing. It is a mood thing because I know that there's days that I want to stream, but I know I'm having a rough day, or I feel really rough, and I know, like, okay, I want to stream today because for my like condition, sometimes you have to pick to choose. All right, do I take a bath today or do I not? Because it'll take so much energy.
Do I eat dinner today, or do I do my schoolwork?
Yeah, I kind of sometimes have to pick and choose of what I'm going to do and how much energy I'm going to be using it.
Yeah.
Because I do use a lot of energy on stream. Like, as soon as I'm done, you guys, I am exhausted.
Social battery's like...
It's gone. Like, I am out of it. I'm hungry, and I'm tired, and... Like, I don't notice it because I'm in all this adrenaline's happening, but once I go off, I'm just like, and yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's definitely not easy.
And that's completely fair. It's called normal human. It's literally a normal human thing to have. Like,
it is.
Like, any extrovert I meet, I'm like, and they tell me they don't have a social battery, I'm like, you are a fucking liar. You don't have a social battery?
Everybody has a social battery, I think.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
And it's all relative in how you interact. You're very high energy from what I noticed. And you're just like this ball of like sunshine. That's so bright. I don't know if you're gonna explode.
That's what my like grade 4 teacher would say. He was like, it's so funny because I remember we were getting these little bags, and there was like a wooden ruler in it, and there were different colors, and he would say pick a color, and then you would kind of have that ruler. He was going by the rulers, and I honestly didn't care. He gave me the yellow one because he said I was like the sunshine. So it's funny because I do have a nickname. Like my friend Richard IRL, he calls me Sunshine and stuff like that. So.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of everyone's sunshine.
Alrighty.
Even though I wear dark clothes all the time, but
It happens, man. I have like a very like lower, like I have such a chill personality. I feel like people in stream disagree. I feel like I'm chill a lot of the time, and I wear like bright pink, or, like bubblegum pink, or like yellow. So
yeah, but that's good. It's good to wear bright colors.
yeah. So now, lady, we're gonna be kind of ending here. Is there any goals that you want to share with your chat, and like anything you want to promote? And is there any question your chat want to ask?
Yeah, I guess, does anybody have questions at all for me or Christine streaming? I actually kind of want to know a little bit about you too, Christine, of what your goals are.
Oh.
Actually, and kind of, and tell us all about kind of what you like to do on your stream.
A lot of, honestly, I don't do much. I have something we like to call Potato Computer. I've nicknamed Potato Computer as 1999 Toyota Corolla because I love her, but also she can only handle so much.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of like talking streams. I've started Comfy Conversations, obviously, and then I think in November I'm gonna be having a new segment called Chaotic Conversations with a friend of mine coming up soon. We're gonna be planning that beginning of November.
Oh, that would be great.
And it's gonna be a bit of a mystery. I'm not gonna reveal too much. But honestly, I love doing Comfy Conversations. This is my baby. Like, I love doing it. I didn't think I would love doing it as much as I do. I love talking to people. I love talking to all walks of life. I love doing tier lists. I guess you could expect from my streams a lot of comfy time, chill time, Studio Ghibli music, and then a lot of like chaotic energy because I play games that I shouldn't be playing because it hurts my brain. But yeah, I do a lot of tier lists with my bestie Kaimise. We're gonna start doing tier list Tuesdays, but we have not done them on Tuesdays. We've been doing them on random days, so we're gonna keep the joke going of calling it tier list Tuesdays, but doing it not on Tuesdays. So that's been fun. And then yeah, if you come to my streams, like, it's gonna be chill times. It's a lot of talking. I don't do a lot, so yeah.
I like that kind of stuff, though. Like, I love going in for conversations.
Yeah, I don't play a lot of games, mostly because Potato Computer can only handle so much. I don't have this computer for a long time, you guys. I'm upgrading soon, hopefully. It's a process right now.
It is a process. I know you mentioned it to me before.
Yeah.
What have you actually learned? What have you learned from doing these podcasts and interviewing other streamers? Like, has there been anything that you've learned from others that you import into your own stream?
Oh my god, yeah.
Or anything like that?
Oh my god. It's more of like it's not like integrating into the streams by any means. It's more of like don't forget where you came from, you know? And it's like keep your close circle of friends, but know who you are to the core of who you are and showing that on stream. Obviously, here's the thing, I'm not this high energy all the time. I'm majority of the time when people talk to me off stream, I'm very chill. This is more of like a leveled up version of who I actually am. But I think it's also...
It's because you're the hosting too, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to.
Yeah. And it's also like, I've also learned that like, no matter what ugliness you face, if you kill someone with kindness, that's the best win. Because no matter what, like, if I get someone in my chat being an asshole, right, or being really catty to me, or saying that, oh, like, what I'm doing is boring, every time I doubt myself, right, my friends are like, don't do that. Like, you're doing what you like. This is your stream, like, first of all.
Exactly.
And it's like, enjoy with what you do, and regardless if you play a game or not, people are gonna be there for your personality, and I think I've learned that just from streaming itself. And every time I talk to people, they're like, every person I've talked to thus far, I've talked to Opa, I've talked to another streamer named Cryptid, he's also a really good friend now, and now I've talked to you. Everything I've taken from all these podcasts is, don't forget who you are, because in an industry like this, you can lose yourself easily, and it's all about, you know, staying on the ground and not losing your head up in the clouds.
Many people do lose like, you know, who they are once they get bigger and stuff. I think that's another fear. Like, would that ever change me? I don't think I would ever change. And I would hope not. And I've always told my chat, if I ever blew up somehow and I ever end up changing, please slap me in the face with the frying pan or something, please, because I don't want to change. But I've seen a lot of people that have changed. I've known many people that have gotten really big.
Yeah.
And sometimes they will just act like they don't know who you are anymore.
Yeah, and it's also like, at the end of the day, you know yourself best, know your limits. If anything, the one thing I've learned from streaming is that my chat likes to drown me in water, but that's what I've taken from them to you.
Just like you did to me.
Yeah. Because I don't take, okay, first of all, I'm very sick at the moment. I have some type of throat thing going on. You probably heard me hacking a lung out. My chat's always like, you gotta take care of yourself. I'm like, I barely take care of my schoolwork. You think I could take care of a human? AKA me?
They're there to take care of you too, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like I said, my community too, make sure, hey, have you drank? Did you eat?
Yeah.
You better eat. You better do this. Even whether it's on stream or off stream. I have somebody checking in on me. I try to keep my a lot of my more like personal like health stuff to myself, because I don't really want to drown my community in that, because it's kind of negative stuff. You know, it's not like I try to come off as negative or anything, but when it comes to, you know, I don't want anybody to feel sorry or, you know, like anything like that. So I try to keep my health stuff down a bit, but it's also, I'm really glad that they understand. Which is really, really, really nice. Because if I disappear for a while, or if I'm not feeling good, or you know, I haven't, nobody's heard from me for a few days, you know, I do get messages and they check up on me, and I am so thankful for everybody that does that. Whether it's a DM or just in the overall Discord, you know, has anybody heard from Lady in the past couple days? Is she alive? You know, be sure to check up on me, because sometimes I do.
Don't worry,
get
I have a bunch of wholesome memes on deck. I will start sending them.
I tend to get like that though. Like I might feel like I'm getting into a bit of a slump, and then once I kind of, you know, sometimes I'll just distance myself from everybody, but then if I'm into it for long, then days go by and I'm just I kind of forget how many days have gone by. So I'm lucky to have people just kind of message me, hey, I haven't seen you around for a bit. Are you okay?
And it's
good that your community takes care of you too. Like, it is important that we all take care of each other.
Take care is like a strong word. Maybe torture me more.
Everybody's drowning me with hydrates now that we're talking about it.
Yes!
Shower myself.
I've started a trend that will never stop. I love it.
I know, and you know what? I made a sticky note to try and fix the cooldown, because I swear there's a cooldown from the day that you guys all snapped me, but I didn't.
I don't think it needs a cooldown, right, chat? Winkety wink wink.
I'm gonna have to get a built-in potty in my chair, like.
Or just wear like an adult diaper. It works too.
An adult diaper. There we go.
Oh my god.
I feel that, but I'm too blunt. I get in trouble. I'm so bad for telling people straight. I don't know. I love when people tell me straight.
It's more of like, you know, honesty is the best policy, but also like when it's for the right person, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I've always had a lot of people like, I guess, always dodge me or not things, or, you know, they rather say stuff, you know, if I'm doing something wrong, or did something wrong or anything. I'd rather somebody come in and be like, yo, I don't think that was good.
Exactly.
You know, I want to be confronted. Like,
it's more of like the one thing I've learned is like, make a community where your viewers can actually come up to you and be comfortable telling you, hey, maybe you shouldn't have said this. Creating a community where it's like there is a power dynamic there is so unhealthy, number one.
mm-hmm.
But also, like, come on now. Fucking hell, Cindy, why'd you gotta hydrate me? Oh my god!
Yes! Hydrate! Everybody go and hydrate her!
Oh, Cindy, I am gonna ban you so fast. Oh my god.
I did this.
Also, to those of you in my chat who don't know Lady, please go give her a follow.
I was
okay?
just about to do the exact same thing. Guys, there it is. Go give her a follow.
She is
Please.
She is like the coolest chick I've ever met thus far, and I'm like, bruh, like.
We gotta go screaming some gang beasts against.
Oh my god. Oh, thank you.
We should actually stream that sometime.
Oh.
That will be fun.
I would stream it and then computer would crash.
Oh yeah. Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you probably can't handle both.
Yeah, I would choose one or the other. I would either stream or I would, play a game. And a lot of times if there's a game night, I always choose to play the games because at the end of the day, again, I'm not doing this, this whole streaming thing to get famous. I'm doing it for fun. If people know me, cool, I guess. Whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm just doing it for fun. So a lot of the times whenever people are like, hey, you want to play games and stream it? I was like, you know what? You guys stream it. I'm good with just playing games, man. I just like playing games.
Hell yeah.
I'd rather do that than, not have the time to spend with people I care about. Like, there are so many times where I'm like, do I stream or play games? And a lot of times I'm like, I just want to hang out, dude. Like, at the end of the day, like, this is not a career for me. I'm changing career paths left and right, but this is more of like, if it's a hobby that can make me money in the future, then great. I love that.
Yeah.
If I played Apex on this laptop, it would blue screen immediately.
Yeah, I think that's how it should be, though. I think when you come to Twitch and start streaming, you need to come in it with a head, as in this is what you want to do for fun.
Yeah, it's
and
not.
See where it takes. Some people think they're just gonna blow up. Even if you have you think you come up with a great idea, it doesn't mean it's gonna go far. You'll be surprised. Sometimes the smallest thing, you might make a small little TikTok video, and you never know what's gonna happen to that video.
Exactly, and
it could be a great idea and not do anything, and then something that you never thought would blow up, and that's like it. There's so many possibilities and opportunities, and when you hit live, you never know what's gonna happen.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't know who's watching.
Sometimes I wonder who I'm streaming to, and then I think it was a few streams ago, I got someone in my chat that was like 40 and had kids already, and they asked me, hey, should I stream? And I'm like, dude, do whatever you want. If you have the means to do it, do it. Like, there's no age limit to stream. I just stumbled upon someone this morning. I didn't sleep. I took a nap today. We don't talk about it. I stumbled upon someone today on Twitch that's playing Fortnite, and they're like 52, and I'm like, bro, that's fucking dope.
Yo, I think I know who you're talking about too. I think I've ran into their channel before.
Yeah.
We got rated. There's a grandma that plays.
Yeah, exactly. There's no age limit to stream.
There's no age limit to stream.
It's up to your discretion and what you want to do. Content creation is all it's very open-ended. There's no age limit to stream. You're not too old for anything. Come on. It's for everyone. It shouldn't matter what age you are. If you want to do it, fucking do it while you have the time now. Life is so short to have any hesitancies and to stop. I only have hesitancies for Apex because my brain will melt.
I think if you want to start streaming, kind of thing, it's best to kind of get an idea what other streamers are doing. Unlike me, like I didn't watch any other streamers when I started. Like I didn't know anything about it, but get an idea of because there's so many different kinds of content creators out there of what, like all the personalities out there, what do they bring, what do you like, and try it yourself. Now I'm not saying, you know, oh, do your first stream and do a subathon or something like that, you know. It's like, yeah, that's not gonna work out.
Get a gauge of what you feel works best, you know.
Yeah. Biggest tip I think is get comfortable with talking to yourself.
Yeah.
When you start streaming, because you're not going to be streaming to anybody, and if you can talk to yourself and entertain yourself, you, because people are going to come and go, and if you're talking to yourself, it gives them something to come off of. You know, they want to kind of, a lot of people just kind of sit, chill, wait, see where they can come in to talk, and if you are talking, then doesn't matter how random it is, or even if it's just at the game, you know, just talking about the game. It's something. I think that's like that's what I would always do. And sometimes, or when I also would start up, I would be like, okay, like I have this many viewers, like that's not normal. And I'd be like, you know, all of a sudden I'd just be like, hey, I see a bunch of new viewers in here, don't be afraid to say hi, you know. And you know what, some people do come out of the shadows. There's a lot of people that are very don't talk that much. Even in my community, I know some of you are shy, but I see you guys opening up, and I love seeing that. For all the years you've been here, you're starting to open up more. And I think they love being here.
Yeah, I think the funniest one is like when you've had a viewer that's been like a silent viewer for so long, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they just like, "Hi," I'm like, and you're like, "How long have you been here?" They say like 5 years. They're like, "Bruh."
I know. It's like you're just kind of the shadows now. Yeah, it's crazy. Or especially the ones that have been watching you for a while, and then they just drop a bomb on you, and you're like, who are you? Why are you giving me all this? Who are you? What can I do?
I think that's the best thing about streaming. When you get these little interactions, at the end of the day, that's the best thing. I think if there's one thing I could tell to people, even though here's the thing, I've only been doing this for it's October now. I've only been doing it for 4 months. I think before anyone starts streaming, know where your boundaries are. The one thing I feel people struggle the most is identifying those boundaries and then being able to set them with an audience, because unfortunately, Twitch kind of leaves boundaries being open-ended unless you state them.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, privacy is a big thing nowadays, so if there are any younger people in the audience, if you're gonna want to start streaming, it's the internet. Understand that things on the internet will stay on the internet. Be careful with what you do and say and how you present yourself as always. And just, you know, pursue it, but, you know, be aware of what's going on. There are people watching, okay?
Yes. There is always somebody watching. Moto says, I don't think I have the confidence to stream. You know what? There's a lot of streamers that don't have the confidence to stream. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Even I was like that. Like, I guess when I got onto Twitch, you know, I guess I did browse a little bit. I didn't really know anybody, of course, but I did kind of browse, and a lot of people had webcams and stuff. And now I was a person that never loved showing my face at all.
Yeah, same here.
And there was a reason for that, and that was because back in Call of Duty competitive, you know, there was more females in the community and stuff. Like a lot of people, they were getting a lot of attraction from how they look.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that. I wanted mine to be strictly gameplay. I wanted people to come from my gameplay and be inspired by my gameplay.
Yeah.
Not by being a female. But of course, Twitch was a little bit different, and I did not like the whole camera idea. You guys still, to this day, I still do not like being on camera, but I know that everybody else enjoys the camera because I'm very all over the place. Welcome in, Lindsay. Thank you. How are you? How are you? Posture check. Oh gosh, yeah. I know.
And I think with Twitch changing every day, now the thing that is becoming more common, which I think I love that, is being faceless, being completely almost like an enigma of the audience's imagination, right? And allowing you to kind of protect yourself in a way, because the internet is very mean and vicious. Appearances aren't everything. We're gonna keep that clear. Like, appearances don't matter, but they, in a sense, matter to some people, obviously, if it's on Twitch, you know, and it's playing a game. You have to be attractive to what society believes is attractive. And at the end of the day, if you're comfortable with yourself, fuck it, bro. Like, just do whatever the fuck you want, and don't let people tell you to stop doing what you love doing.
Yes. Yes, like streaming in confidence, it's like I said, like I didn't like the idea of having a camera, and sometimes I don't, sometimes I don't. And it's not that you need a camera at all either. Honestly, there's a lot of streamers that don't have cameras, and I still enjoy their content because some games are actually better without cameras. Like, it's great to see the person's reaction and stuff, but I feel like for like role playing and stuff, you don't really need a camera for that.
Exactly.
So you're playing as another character, so.
Florence says, geez, if only there was some sort of virtual like tuber you could be and make said point of needing look invalid. Gee, I wonder.
That's one thing too. Like, for me, I definitely don't dress to impress for a stream at all.
Oh, I don't.
I'm a very like, I wear what I feel comfortable in.
Yes.
And I usually don't wear makeup. I just, yeah, it's really, it can be really tough sometimes because I don't know, you get those people who come in and they're like, you know, you could put on some makeup. Why do you dress like a guy? Why do you look like this? It's
because you
got a big forehead. It's like,
you know,
yeah, if you want to share a selfie with us so we can pick on you.
Oh my God. So there's a TikTok that I watched from a close friend of mine. Their name is Clam. Okay, Clam is one of my besties, my father, if you will. Okay.
Yeah.
They said, some of y'all are taking yourselves way too damn seriously. You know, just let yourself be ugly. It's cathartic. Yeah. And you know what? It is. It's very cathartic. It's freeing to be like, just, you know, like, not saying like anyone is ugly, but if like you just be ugly, like, you know what? You're the most comfortable in yourself. Doesn't matter. It's very cathartic. It's very freeing to not have to like play it up and like be like, you know, be perfect. Because who the fuck wants to be perfect? Like, literally, like, I'm perfect. If you take out the comma and push those words together, it's imperfect. Perfection is imperfection in a way. Just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Kaimis says, how do you gain that confidence?
Looking in the mirror and saying you're a bad bitch, okay?
I'm gonna destroy today!
Yeah. Because when you're feeling your oats and you're just, here's the thing. I have a mirror right in front of me. I can look at this mirror and say, you know, you're saying that you're the most beautiful person in the world. You're the most, like, whatever, right? It's simple things as if saying, like, look in the mirror and tell yourself, today you are safe. If that gives you confidence enough to walk out into the world and be a bad bitch, then fucking do it.
Do it.
Like, even to guys, be the bad bitch that you are. No, remember the 3 G's. Gatekeep, gaslight, and girl boss. Or the 3 M's. Manifest, manipulate, and maladapt. Okay? Like, that's all it is. Oh god, my voice cracked. Ew.
Voice crack. My voice has been cracking a lot too.
Oh. And that's just how it is. That's how life goes. If you're comfortable within yourself, no one gives you don't when you stop giving a shit, oh my god. You just feel so free.
You know, and I feel like I didn't give a shit more when I was younger, and I worry way too much now and stuff. And confidence definitely takes the time. I think we all have something we're confident in. Okay, now, we all have something that we're good at, and that is where our confidence is. My confidence is definitely not in my appearance or anything like that. For me, I lost all my hair recently, and I lost a lot of confidence and stuff and whatnot, and my self-esteem has been very low. But that, I have great people that are like, your hair isn't what makes you, and I'm like, I know, and it's very important to make a habit of nipping the negative thoughts in your head, and doing the self-talk in the mirror is very important. I struggle with it. That is something I'm working on currently. And I can say I probably cry every single time I do it, honestly, but it does help. Find something that you need. Like, it could be even words that you wish somebody else could say to you, but you're not going to get it from them.
And
so tell yourself those words.
And lady, here's the thing. Those feelings are completely valid. Those are human things to feel in this society that is so toxic with image, and self-image, right? But here's the best advice I've ever gotten from, someone I was friends with, is this. The quote-unquote ugliest person can have the most beautiful soul and heart. The prettiest person can have the ugliest soul and heart. So at the end of the day, as long as you yourself are kind-hearted and you show yourself to the fullest extent and you are yourself 100%, it doesn't matter looks at all. Because at the end of the day, looks don't matter. When you are blind to self-image, you see a person for who they are. And that's what I think people should take away from this, is that no matter how you look, if you are confident in yourself and you own yourself, nothing matters. You gotta own you before they do. Because in this very vicious world, it's a dog world out there. If you can't own yourself, then there's no change that can happen. And
the change also has to come from you as well. And back with confidence, like, for me to come onto stream and find confidence, I mean, what brought me is because I'm confident in my gameplay.
Exactly.
Now that sounds silly, like, oh well, it's just a game, it's just a video game. I've always have had confidence and something that I really am passionate and love doing. So my confidence is definitely in playing first-person shooters. And when you become a streamer, you have to find something that you enjoy doing. Some people build Lego, some people do art, some people, there's so many different things that people do on Twitch, making music, and it's just really showing what your passion is, and what you do with your passion is going to come, and it comes out of you.
Absolutely. And that's just how it works.
When you talk to somebody, you get to know somebody, and you find out, maybe they really like reading or something. They really like something, and they start talking about it. You can see the passion in someone's eyes, and when you see that in someone, it makes you feel good too, almost. So as long as you're doing something that you enjoy, I think that's the confidence comes with, almost.
And that's just how life goes. And That's how the universe intended for you, you know? No matter what, any adversity that you face, if you can't handle it, it's okay to reach out for help, or, you know, or try to get some clarity on something, whether it be confidence or, you know, time management, some such simple things that a human can face. But it's hard to deal with those things alone if you don't have anyone that you can talk about it with or relate to. And it's all about, you know, I'm not religious by any means, okay? But I've always heard this where it's like, God will not give you a battle that you can't handle. You know, God will always be there to send you love, and, you know, will always give you things that you can't handle. If you are dealing with this and you're thinking that you can't handle it, deep down you can. At the end of the day, you just gotta believe that you can, and you gotta manifest that energy. And, you know, surround yourself with people that get you and understand you and know you to the core of who you are.
Yes, absolutely. It makes, you know, when I'm doing something that I love and confident, and when I get feedback and people are like, damn, like that was nasty, or, you know, kind of thing, that boosts you up. So finding other people that share the same passion, you know, they're going to boost you up, and it's very important to have those people in your life and cut out the negative. I know I need to do that. I'm not very good with it. I'm a very empathetic I have a lot. I care so much about people, and I always want to see people happy, but I have to try stop trying to make people happy, because that has to come from them.
Yeah, and also, lady, with that whole caveat of like trying to make people happy, you know, you got to ask yourself, when you're doing all this, are you happy? You know, if you're trying to please other people, but in the end you're sacrificing your own happiness, is it really worth it?
Yep, I've been asking myself that question quite a bit.
You know, that's all that matters. And yeah, this is our TED Talk. Thank you.
It's you really a lot of the time when you just are unsure of things, you really just need to be alone and sit in silence and to get that clarity.
Exactly. And, you know, sitting in silence is deafening, but it's a beautiful thing sometimes. Silence is something we all take for granted.
Oh, it is. It does a lot of good. It does a lot of good. You'd be surprised.
Like silence in nature. Like literally you could do something as simple as just sitting outside in your front yard and
grounding.
Florence, oh, why'd you do this jump scare? Sorry. You know, nature is a beautiful thing, and, you know, there are some things that we can take from nature that can inspire us again. And, you know, silence is something that's great too. You know, sometimes I just want to stream me just sitting there and letting people talk, and then like me chiming in once in a while, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
And then there are times where I want to do this. I want to have a conversation and actually talk about shit and like get into it, because at the end of the day, right, we only have this one life, unless we reincarnate into like a chicken, you know. Then we gotta live this life to the fullest and enjoy it while we can, because life is so short. If there's one thing I've learned, is that life is very short. You can be here in one day and you can not be here the next, you know. And it's all about understanding, like, you know, what legacy did you leave behind? Sometimes.
True. How do you want to be remembered? Yeah. You know?
Because here's the thing. There are some amazing people in our history that the reason why they're still alive today is because we remember what they did and the impact they did. But there are some horrible people that unfortunately are still alive today because we are remembered of the trauma they caused so many. So, you know, think about, when you think about it deeply, right? This is to everyone. You are living this life. What do you want to leave behind? What do you want people to remember you for? So yeah, I guess that's the question I want to ask to both chats. What is something you want to be remembered for? And I want take
Yes.
this seriously, please. Don't joke. Beefy, I already see you joking around.
Beefy's
Knock it off!
already-
Knock it off!
Beefy! Yes, what is everybody's... What do you guys want to leave behind in this world? What do you want to be known for, remembered as? I don't need a therapist. This podcast is my therapy.
Bruh, no.
Seriously, it does get like that.
I want to
It
first
does.
state disclaimer: we are not licensed professionals. We are not licensed
You
professionals.
can take our advice, but we barely take our own advice.
Yeah, we cannot prescribe you anything. Okay.
No medications here. Just good times.
Yes, we provide good times, and all of our advice, please take with a grain of salt. Okay. I don't want to be the cause of y'all ending your friendships. Okay, please, thank you.
I want to be remembered for my flat hams.
Flat ham?
Flat hams?
Flat ham? Like honey baked ham?
I don't know. My flat hams. Hamstrings? My flat ass?
Oh my god.
I mean, we're all gonna have a flat ass when we get older.
Yeah, unless you get like a
Pancakes.
BBL, you know.
I don't know. I think when you're 90, you're definitely, it's just floppy.
I don't know what you're talking
Floppy.
about, lady. I got longevity on my side.
Do you? You're
Yeah.
lucky then. My buns are gonna sag. My booty has gotten thick in my old age. Wait, what? Wait. Why is mine getting smaller? Saggy old buns? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Butts. I said buns, but saggy old people butts. Yeah. That's hot, right?
Oh my god, I love that.
That's hot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be a hot grandma, I hope.
You want to be a gilf?
A gilf. I just want somebody to play with my pancake butt when I'm older.
Oh my god.
You know, I gained like 30 pounds this year. Dude, I've like lost 30 pounds.
Oh no.
Now I know where it went. Please help me. Please give it back. Now that's a
Alrighty.
kink.
Well, I guess this kind of ends off episode 13 of Comfy Conversations.
13? Oh, 13's a good number.
It's my favorite. It's one of my favorite numbers.
Friday the 13th is usually a good day for me, so.
Honestly, me too, right?
That's good. So, 13 is a good number, I think.
Yes. So, lady, is there anything else you want to say before we end it off here? Anything you want to promote? Anything you want to just say before we end off and head on our merry way? And are you going to be continuing the stream on your side, or?
I think I might play a little bit of New World.
Alrighty.
Just a little bit. I gotta get some Apex ranking sometime here, but I think I'll be playing a little bit. What else do I want to say? I don't know. Is there any more questions, you guys? Any more questions? The hydrate. I had to actually get some more water. So as soon as this we wrap up, I'll get more water. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll switch.
Yes.
I want to be remembered for hydrating spirits. Don't worry, my bladder says yes, it's already working. I'll remember you. That was like last time Christine was in and she hydrated me a bunch. I was like, when I'm on the toilet, I'll be thinking of you.
I'm glad.
And I was. I had to go so bad. I think I held it for like almost an hour and I was like, I gotta go.
I'm glad you were thinking of me in your most vulnerable state in the toilet.
It's, you know, you get the best ideas when you're sitting on the toilet, though.
Honestly, though, true.
You know? Just, I mean, that is if you're not on your phone. We all know some of you sit on the toilet with your phone.
Florence, why did you redeem a Cine special now? God damn it! Fucking hell. Okay, fine.
What's this? What's the special?
I have to do an ara ara.
A what?
An ara ara. God damn it.
Oh boy.
Okay, this is for both chats before we end it off here.
Okay, let's do it. I mean, who doesn't poop with their phone? As long as you don't mistake it as toilet paper, then you're good.
Buzzworld, thank you so much for the follow, but don't do that! Alrighty, let me do it one more time because I don't know if people caught it.
Oh, yeah, okay. What is it? Oh.
I hate myself so much. Oh my god. Okay. Well, lady,
Is it a sound alert?
No, it's basically me saying ara ara, like very seductively.
Oh. That's like one of my viewers that come in. The one time we were gaming together, and he was talking about how there used to be a radio thing where people would call in and they would say panty. Really, that kind of thing. So now, and every time he comes in, he says panties, and I always just laugh because we're like, everybody say panties in the most sexual voices possible.
Oh my god! Alrighty, I'm gonna go off and end it here. I'm gonna say thank you so much, lady, for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so thankful. If you ever want to come back, please let me know. We could do like a whole different topic, or even just game together. And yeah, please. I'm so thankful to have met you.
I would definitely love to come back. That would be amazing. That'd be great.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna quickly deafen, and then I'm gonna end it, and I'm gonna send the people over to you. Alrighty.
Sure.
Alrighty.
Yeah. All right. Thank you again.
Alrighty.
See you soon.
Bye. Bye. Alrighty, chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for so much for joining me. I know I've been quite a bit on and off with streaming, and I'm so thankful for you all for joining and, you know, spending time here with me and getting to know our guests today. And Lady is such an amazing human. I'm gonna go ahead and first of all, thank you all for the follows, the bits, the hydrates, and all the sound alerts. You all make my day so much. And I'm gonna send y'all off with one more on your way while we raid Lady here. So please go send her some love. She is an amazing human and she deserves all of your follows and bits and subs and everything. So yes, I'm gonna remind you all to please hydrate, eat if you haven't, get some rest if you need, and of course I'm sending love, light, and positive energy to all of you. Thank you so much, and yeah, have a good one, you guys. I love you. Bye-bye.